Hi, YouTube. It's Brick Smith. And gotta love those bricks. And welcome to Forever Sorting with that guy over there, Kevin Brick World Chicago.
Hey, doesn't start with an A.
Hey, it does in my house. What is that? It's a big old. So before we even get started, we're gonna figure it out right now.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yep, we like to know what Christian's drinking. You have a big old cup. It's about the size of your head. You got soup in there?
Just coffee.
Just coffee. How do you take your coffee?
Black.
There it is. Is it because you're lazy or you like the taste of black coffee?
I don't like the taste of coffee at all.
Well, there you go.
I drink coffee because it gives me caffeine.
Why don't you just drink Sody Pops?
Because there's sugar in there.
Not the diet ones.
There's something else in the diet ones. There's like artificial, weird chemical substitute sugars in there.
So pause the video and tell us what you drink.
It's like the record skips.
Yep. We had one person answer all the questions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was Reed.
Thanks, Reed.
Yeah,
We got
Reed.
you.
Thank you, bud.
We got you. Welcome back.
You should give him a hug right now.
No, in person. In person, everybody. In person.
That's what I meant.
Brick World Chicago, everyone. Brick World Chicago hype. Brick World Chicago is happening in Schaumburg, Father's Day weekend. So you guys are watching this, which means it's going to happen.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yep.
So as we're recording, it's 9 days to Brick World.
Yes.
I thought it was 2.
No.
I keep confusing it. Yeah. I can't keep up with Schaumburg. You know what I'm saying?
Too much. Everybody, it's too much.
Brick World Schaumburg.
But in a few days, for me, in 2 days, I am landing in Schaumburg from my home in Connecticut.
Hold on. So you're going. I'm actually legitimately confused right now. You're dropping in now, and you're gonna be there starting this. You're leaving Sunday morning.
No, Tuesday.
Okay, that's
so
2 days from Sunday.
2 days from this moment that you find folks are watching this video.
That I understand.
Got it.
Okay. That's better.
Tuesday morning, I land in Schaumburg right at 11:30. I actually, be still my beating heart. I have a direct flight from.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Nope.
But I have a direct flight out of Hartford directly to Chicago O'Hare, and Reed is picking me up from the airport.
Nice.
So I will be there Tuesday through Monday, almost a full week. Almost. But yeah, if you guys are coming by Brick World, make sure you say hi. Come by and see me. I will have some bricks in the middle swag with me, which I'll talk about in just a second. And I'll have some of my sig figs for trade. You want to trade? I don't give those away for fun. You have to trade with me for those. And we can do stuff after the fact too if you want to do like a whole mailing situation. But thank you guys for coming to another episode of Forever Sorting. I am, of course, Kevin A.Hinkle, joined by my partner, Julian, a.k.a. Brick Smith. If you'd like to follow me outside of this program, you can find me on social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. If you follow just my work as a freelance artist, that would be at Mr. Hinkle Draws. My website, kevinahinkle.com, has my full portfolio. You can view that or reach out regarding a project. I have 2 other things that I like to shout out. A.Hinkle Shirts is the subscription service I run with Chris.
A.Hinkle Shirts.
Chris from Bricks on the Dollar. I accidentally called him Klitsch last time. Clutch. I was almost going to do it again this time because now it's in my head going, don't say Klitsch. But Clutch from Bricks on the Dollar, that's where we release a Lego-inspired T-shirt every month.
Is Klitsch going to make an appearance in
Chicago?
In the Bricks in the Middle comic?
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think we should have a Klitsch.
There should be a Klitsch. Yeah, it's too good not to. We have to hold on to that one.
Yeah. Big beard, looking like a pirate.
Yeah, and then of course, Bricks in the Middle, which we had a whole episode about last time.
Did we?
We did. We did, and I actually think it was really good. I thought it was a really good episode.
I enjoyed it. Not as much as you did.
And amazingly, even just I don't go back and listen to a lot of the things we do.
I don't listen to any of them.
I like to listen to old streams that I'm not in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what did I miss? But if I'm in it, I don't usually go back and watch it. But I went back and I listened to a fair amount of the Bricks in the Mill episode. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And we still didn't even talk about like half of it.
I know.
Like, there's so much more to talk about. But Bricks in the Middle's back. You've already seen one comic. There'll be another comic later this week. And the website is relaunched, bricksinthemiddle.com. You can follow it online at BITM Comics. And we have just picked all of our winners for our contest. Our first place, second place, and we had 3 third place. So we had 5 people won stuff.
Just tell me now, was any of those 5 me?
No.
All right.
Sorry. All 5 people have been contacted. All 5 people have responded. So
that is always the best.
That's the best.
That's the best part. I don't mind giving stuff away, but if you don't answer to the fact that I'm giving you free stuff, that hurts the heart.
It's awkward. So because we have confirmation, that will be announced on the Bricks in the Middle blog soon. Actually, it should be up by the time you guys are watching this. So you'll see.
Congratulations to winners.
You 5 people. One of the winners is going to be at Brickworld Chicago. So he said, "Just bring me my prize at Brickworld." Like, you got it.
All right.
So
can we get a video? Can we get a video of you giving the prize, and then can I get it to put it on a YouTube channel?
I shall aim for that.
That means he's not going to do it, everybody.
Not necessarily.
Nothing against. He's always busy. There's nothing against what He's busy,
sometimes, but you know what I do sometimes. You know what I do.
What do you?
Sometimes I just record it and I send it to you, and then you put it on your YouTube channel. Like, good.
Perfect. I'll do it.
Like,
I would love some raw footage from Kevin A.Hinkle to go on my YouTube channel. I have featured other people who have sent me raw footage of things.
It's like the dance, right? The infamous dance. I'm glad it made it to the internet. That's what
I am happy it's there too.
That's what was important to me.
Here he comes.
No, he's going away. It's like, I'm going to stomp away so you know how mad I am.
I'm going to get you.
So here we are for another episode.
Let's do it.
And we're gonna take the story on a little bit more because everybody's been dying with anticipation.
Anticipation.
I was like, what?
What did he say? Oh.
So when we left our hero.
Hey, hold on. I never ever do this.
Okay.
Please go watch my Pink Bucket Nation Castle update number 1.
Yep.
Did you say no?
I said yep. No, don't do it. It's a trap.
But don't do that.
It's a trap.
It's not a trap. So I know a lot of people who watch this have watched that. Not everybody.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, please. On my knees. I don't want your bricks. I don't want your money. I just want you to go watch it.
He just wants your attention.
That's it, baby. Sorry, Kevin.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, I don't like pimping myself.
By the way, where can I get that shirt you're wearing?
Oh, what shirt? Honest to God, I don't know. You got to ask Brittany. So if you really want to know, ask Brittany.
It's great. I love it. Also, I was laughing this morning. Shout out to our friends over at Brick Trains, Joey and Heather.
There you go.
There was a video I watched. I don't know if you saw it, but an update on the stuff he's taking to Brick World. So some of the signs, the brick badges, and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's really cool. I think the stuff he's made is really, really neat. And he made a comment at the very end of his video, and he's like, "Hey, again, Kevin designed these things, which is awesome. Thanks for the shout out." He goes, "If you want to find out more about Kevin, he does the show with Bricksmith, and if you go to his channel, there won't be any links in the description.
None.
But I'll put one in mine."
Thank you,
there
Joey.
it is.
Thank you for that, Joey. God bless. I'm gonna go watch that video. I saw it and I was like, I need to watch that video, and I never did, and I feel bad about it. But I'm gonna go watch it, and
he gets.
And I won't leave a comment.
He gets it.
He does. I'm glad he gets it.
He gets it. So shout out. Looking forward to meeting you at Brick World.
Heck yeah. Oh, and Heather.
And Heather, both the team, the Brick Trains team.
They're not. Stop it. Let me. All right. Let me explain something real quick. Okay. See, I'm a married AFOL with an AFOL wife.
Yes, I'm not.
Right. Everyone here at the Brick Smith house.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Brick Smith.
Got it.
That's Brittany Starshine, who usually sits here.
Right.
She is not Mrs. Brick Smith. She's no longer Mrs. Briggs. She's Brittany Starshine.
100% own entity. I get it.
So what I'm telling you now, and Heather was very kind about this today. You got Brick Chains. That's Joey. And you have Heather. That's Heather. They are not Mr. and Mrs. Brick Trades.
But that's not what I'm trying to say, though. Are you saying, like, not to go too far down the tangent?
I think we could go down this tangent.
But
yeah,
I want to say there's been a decent amount of videos where they're both involved, and I don't. Wait, no. Let me finish.
No, you can finish, but you're still wrong.
And what is it? It's not even a question. And they're both involved, and also I want to say that it can't. I don't. From an outside perspective, it can't all be a 100% Joey production. Like, I feel like she is involved in whatever manner that may be. Correct all of this, please.
Please. If she is involved with Brick Trains, it's at a level that she doesn't want any credit for, or she is satisfied at having, and the credit she's getting is, I am my own entity.
That's fine too.
My AFOL wife is not Mrs. Brick Smith.
Yeah. Hey,
obviously.
It is. I know. Like, we're not gonna go too far down this rabbit hole. My wife won't even take my last name, and we're married, so I get it. All right, I understand.
But yeah, hold on. No, we got to keep going. You did this.
You've done this.
What I know, and I don't want to be culturally insensitive here.
Yep.
So if I am, stop me. Okay. I have heard that in certain Latino countries,
the
husband takes the wife's last name.
I haven't heard that in a Latino country. I've heard of that in some countries in Europe. I don't know if I've.
Somebody told me about Brazil. Maybe it happens in Brazil.
It maybe happens in Brazil. What's interesting is in my limited knowledge, and from what my wife has told me, at least for Mexican culture, is that so her last name is both her mother and her father's last names. My wife has two last names.
That's what they do.
Yeah, she has two. She does not have a middle name. She has a first name and two last names.
That's what I know. That's what I know.
And believe me, it causes a great deal of form confusion in all of the forms everywhere. But it's both parents' last name. And I've been like, well, what happens, like, when you get married, or like, how does this all work? And she's told me before, but I don't remember. I was like, that sounds confusing. But
I apologize for my first statement. I was incorrect. Kevin is correct. And that's what I heard.
But I have heard in at least a couple European countries is that, yes, the male has the option to take the female's last name.
Plus, it's 2019 in the U.S. Who cares?
Everybody, it's 2019. But my point being is I know all about a strong, independent woman being her own entity, not being tied to no man. I get it. I understand.
That's not what I was saying about Brittany at all. I promise, honey.
But let us know, because I do want to make sure from a branding perspective that credit is given where credit is due, and it's all being referenced correctly.
I got you.
So that is the longest shout out in Forever Sorting history.
So, Brick Trains, Heather, thank you for being our friend.
Comment down below. So here we are again. On another episode to continue the story for you guys that have been patiently waiting. Last time we talked about Brick Fiesta I think we're done with that.
No, that was not the last time we talked.
We finished that
in the middle last time.
Right. And we did talk before that when we were in our episodic tale about me moving to Connecticut, being stuck in New York traffic with a U-Haul trailer.
Yeah, Collecting Bricks said that was her favorite part about the show.
It's the best part of everything. But so I want to keep that going. So I have arrived. I want to say I told my story about no pizza being delivered to my home during move day. Did I mention that? Okay. I've mentioned this in other streams. So for those of you who already know the story, when we first moved into Connecticut, we're so used to, move day, that first day, everyone's exhausted. You're pulling stuff out. You're setting stuff. No one wants to cook. The last thing anyone wants to do is cook.
Absolutely.
And so it's pizza night. You order pizza.
Yep.
And so we were, I pulled out my phone and was like, all right, I'll order some pizza from, I don't know, Papa John's. And it was like, we're sorry, we don't deliver to your area. And I was like, oh, there's no Papa John's here. Interesting. All right, whatever. Pizza Hut. And they're like, we're sorry, we don't deliver to your area. I was like, no Pizza Hut and no Papa John's?
That's a shame.
I was like, all right, let's hit the Holy Trinity, Domino's. And Domino's was like, we're sorry, we don't deliver to your area. And I was like, no. I was like, what have I done?
At that moment, he knew he needed to move away.
I was like, okay, I don't know what's happened. But so we moved into our place in Manchester, Connecticut.
Yep.
That's important to my life. My whole life here in Connecticut, which is like 8 years now, I think. Manchester has been ingrained in a lot of what I do still to this day, because that's where we landed when we moved here to Connecticut. But Manchester was where we moved. Manchester is about 40 minutes drive south of Enfield. That's important because that's where the Lego headquarters is in Enfield, Connecticut.
You did tell us about Manchester.
Yeah. So we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. I think I mentioned this because my Lego collection was shoved in the living room because I lost my Lego room. I had a Lego room and I lost it.
Oh.
So it was like piles of bins stacked in the corner. And at the time I had one son, and things were exciting. Things were exciting. It's a brand new chapter. I'm here at corporate. I started working in the office, and one of the first things I did was something I didn't think I needed, and I was very wrong, which was a new hire orientation. So Jim was not there yet. Jim was actually still living in Colorado.
Right.
He was supposed to move as well to Connecticut because that was part of the agreement. You can't, if you work for Lego and you work for corporate, you need to live in Connecticut. And so he was in the process of selling his house in Colorado, but he was also flying back and forth to Billund a lot. And so he didn't end up moving to Connecticut until about 6 to maybe 8 weeks after I did.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of like bossless for a while. Not that we weren't in communication a lot through phone and email.
Right.
But I was just kind of there on my own. And so he had signed me up for new hire orientation. And I was kind of like, I'm like, Jim, I've worked for Lego for 6 years. I don't need a new hire orientation. But he said, well, I signed you up for it. It's something they offer. Just do it. I mean, what's it going to hurt? He was absolutely correct. It was very helpful. But so the new hire orientation at the corporate office was 2.5 days.
Oh.
And it was, grandioso, with all kinds of catered food, catered meals, a jam-packed program. We had speakers come from just about every area of the business.
Yeah.
So we had the president of Lego Systems come and talk to us. Here's another little interesting Lego factoid for people that may not know. I'm pretty confident I've mentioned it before, but each country is its own Lego corporate entity. So
like the birds.
Like the birds, exactly. So in the United States, that company is called Lego Systems Inc., Lego Systems Incorporated. So of course you have to have a president of that company. So there's the president of LSI, Lego Systems Inc., and that person may be a vice president in the overall Lego Group organization. So it's kind of weird because it's like, well, this is the highest ranking person for us here in the US, but in the organization, maybe small potatoes. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
So during the new hire orientation, we had the president come and talk to us. And at that time, that was a man by the name of Soren Torp Larsen, Danish.
No.
Danish.
Yeah.
No longer with Lego. Doesn't work for Lego anymore. I think he is. Last I heard, he is now CEO for a company called Top Toy.
Huh.
Don't know anything else about that. But he had been president for a long time. So he came and spoke to us. We had a lot of directors from different areas of the business. So things from Lego brand retail, which of course I was like, hey, I just came from that world. But also stuff like the art department. At that time, it was called the in-house agency. So that's what that. I mean, if you follow corporate information about Lego, you'll know that they change names like at the drop of a hat. Teams change name, departments change names. Like you can't even keep up with it. But at the time, it was called in-house agency, and that was where they did the graphic design and illustrations, not for products. It had nothing to do with products. It was stuff like the Lego Club magazine, the catalog, banners in the stores, labels for retail shelves in like Toys R Us or Walmart or Target. But there was a pretty healthy organization at Infield that did that. So they came in, they spoke to us about it. People came and spoke to us about field merchandisers, people that go out to those other retailers that are not Lego owned and will straighten the shelves and stock stuff. We had people come talk to us about product distribution. So the people that handle all the merchandising to all the different accounts. It was kind of fascinating in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
The group size, my fellow new hirees, was, I want to say, about 50 people.
Oh, wow.
And that happens every quarter. It happened all the way up until I left Lego. It was every quarter. Every quarter there was another new hire orientation. And it was always maxed out about like that 50 to 60 group size. There was no requirement that you had to be brand new to go in it. So when I was in it, there were some people that had been there for like 10 years. And they said it was just open. If you signed up for it, you could participate. And at the end of it, everyone was in agreement that even if they had been there a long time, they got a lot out of it. Because a lot of times they ended up meeting people that they never speak to, or areas of the business they didn't necessarily know existed. Again, Lego is not a small company.
No.
Lego's a big company. There are lots of different, like lots of companies, lots of different areas and stuff, and they don't always talk to each other. And so the new hire orientation was a perfect chance to forcibly make you interact with other areas of the business. There was swag.
Oh, everybody loves some swag.
Everyone loves some good swag. So when it was done, everyone got a Lego backpack. So the Lego backpacks are kind of known. A lot of them have made their ways to the Lego events and charity auctions and stuff. But they're OGO brand backpacks with a Lego logo embroidered on it. They're really high quality. But everyone got a backpack. You got like a Lego USB drive, a notebook, stuff like that. It all started with a classic build your name tag. So there was all these pieces out, and Master Builder Dan, who we've talked about before in this program, he was the kind of greeter and MC of the whole festivities. So he greeted us and said, "You're going to make your name tag." And so we had to build, a funny name tag. And they said, if you can, try to make the name tag somehow represent yourself.
Oh.
And so I did a hybrid where part of my name tag was like my Lego store name tag.
Oh.
And then part of it was like the corporate identity look. So that's where you have like the floating studs and stuff like that. So it was like a longer name tag, kind of like the Brick Fiesta brick badge, if you remember from our other episode in Short Sort. But and then they just gave us
I remember that. Yeah.
Short Sort. And they gave us permanent markers, and we just wrote our name on it. So that was our name tag. And of course, we had to talk about
it. On Lego?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. We actually, over my time at the corporate office, we did a lot of things where we would write on Lego permanent marker. So whether that was a game or an activity or a celebratory thing.
Yeah.
So like, hey, we just hit fill-in milestone here. We built a giant Lego version of whatever. Every employee, please sign it. Like we did that kind of stuff all the time.
Where's that stuff now?
It would kind of make its way into different areas of the office. Sometimes set up in a certain place. Sometimes just sitting in the warehouse. Just like put it in the back.
Any angry employees who were quitting just push it over?
I don't think so.
That would be awesome.
I don't think so. Yeah, but I remember right before I left, like maybe, I don't know. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but like 6 weeks or so before I left, there was a giant heart a giant, like taking a simple brick built heart, like a 2x, like we've all seen it, but blowing that up. So it was made to look like a simplified but giant Lego brick heart. And
I've
we all had
seen that heart.
Yeah, and we all had to sign it. And so I drew my face, my minifig face, and I wrote like Kevin was here, and then like I was gone like 6 weeks later. So but I was like, you're gonna remember this one.
Right here.
Don't get rid of it. I want to say there was one time that I know of where there was some kind of thing like that where people were to sign it, and like the next day that employee had like a very ugly termination or something, and someone from HR actually went and removed the name from the thing. And I was like, I don't know if that's really appropriate or like even needed, but they did.
Well, we'll find out later how HR really is.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get into that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
So the new hire
part of the story that I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. So the new hire orientation was great. It was a really awesome experience. But the one thing I took away from it was that no one knew what in the heck I was hired to do. And so that happened because as we are having presenter after presenter after presenter for 2.5 days come talk to us, every time they come in the room, it all starts the same. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I represent this area of the business. Let's go around the room real quick. Tell me what your name is. Tell me what area you're going to work in.
Right.
And then we'll move on. And so, of course, every time we went around the room, hello, my name is Kevin. I've been hired to be the North American Community Coordinator. And I would sit down and every single person would go, you're hired to do what? I'm the North American Community Coordinator. What team is that? The community team? Who's your boss? Jim Folds? Who's his boss? Tormid Askelston? Okay, next. Every single person did that. And I was like, did I get hired for an imaginary role? Like, am I not even really here? And so what was important to me is that after that new hire wrapped up, which I still have a little bit more to say about it, but when it wrapped up, I went over to the lady from HR who was kind of running it, and I said, hey.
Is this the same lady that took the break?
No. She's a nice lady. So I went over to her and I said, hey, that was really awesome. I loved it. I had a great experience, and I think it was super awesome. How can I be involved? Can I be involved in this somehow? And she was like, oh, yeah, totally. Do you have something in mind? I said, yeah. I kind of don't want to ever like be an experience where no one knows what I do anymore. So she's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, I'm going to be working with adult Lego fans. Dare I say adult Lego fans in some way, shape, or form touch every aspect of this business? Fair? Fair? And she's like, yeah, I can see that. I'm like, so do I have a right maybe to take half an hour to present to everyone? And she's like, absolutely. So interesting fact, after my first new hire orientation in 2011, every new hire orientation, unless I was traveling, from then through my departure from Lego, I presented about our department at that new hire orientation.
Hey.
And I loved it. I loved getting people in. Of course, it would be a mixture of new people and some older people, and teaching them about adult Lego fans and the community and what they do and why they're important and why we should pay attention to them. And yeah, you know what? Never had that problem again. And people were like, what do you do? Didn't happen. But that first one, no one. And these are all like senior directors and stuff that are asking. Everybody else, it's like, my name is so-and-so and I'm going to work in accounting. Like, oh, great. Karen's going to be wonderful. You'll love working for her. Next person, I'm so-and-so and I'm going to work in illustration with the in-house agency. Oh, great. Roger's a really swell. And like, I'm like, I work for community. Like, what? Like, I was the only one. I was the only one that no one knew what that meant. But it was really great. At that time, we had, we had a really good mixture of people from all kinds of different areas of the business. I remember we had some folks that worked in the model shop, which is where the master builders work, that were in our group.
I love that.
People from licensing, some people in that group that I remained in close contact with, not necessarily as friends, but like a really good working relationship for my whole time there. So it's really great. It ended on a scavenger hunt. That was the last thing we did. So they said, all right, it's time to explore the campus.
And find out what Kevin does. No.
And so the Lego campus, I mean, in all honesty, I should probably be showing you guys a Google map of that.
I like that idea.
Let me see if I can get one up real quick.
Yeah.
To explain what the Lego infield campus is. Anybody who's paid attention to their, instruction booklets and stuff over the years will probably recognize the address 555 Taylor Road, Enfield, Connecticut.
I have it inside of my red Lego case.
Yeah. Okay. Here.
80s.
Here we go. How do I? Let me share my screen.
Screen share.
Don't look at all my sensitive stuff, people.
No, I got me. I'm on the big screen.
Okay.
Okay. I got
you. See?
Oh,
all
yeah.
Right. So this is a Google satellite image of 555 Taylor Road, Enfield, Connecticut. And this is Lego. This is where it is. So let me zoom in.
Yes, please.
Look at the. Can you see these giant Lego bricks?
Yes, I can.
There they are. So
cutting the grass right then, or is that a sign?
That's a sign.
Okay.
So let me zoom out for a moment. So the whole Lego campus, once upon a time, was this giant building here.
Where are you at?
Hopefully you can see the mouse. This giant building.
Yes, we can.
That was part of the Lego campus.
Yep.
This little L-shaped building. That was part of the campus.
Mm-hmm.
And actually this building up here, part of the campus.
Wow.
Back in the day. Oh, also down here, this is the Lego childcare area.
Yeah. Wow.
So all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these back in the heyday.
Yeah.
When there was a factory here in Connecticut, these were all part of Lego. The little L-shaped building, this one here.
Yeah.
This one is called the Compass House. And it's a very Danish tradition to name the different buildings house.
Yeah.
So you'll have like the just like Lego house, the actual experience, right? The Lego house and building. Yeah. But then also there's like there's Technic House, there's People House. That's just what they do. Like every building is named something house. And so this is the Compass House, and the clever thing is it's named because this is where the big wigs, as I call them, would sit.
Oh yeah.
So this is where all the administrative folks, the president, the vice president, basically the leaders of the American company sit here. So it was called the Compass House because they're literally setting the direction for the company.
That's awesome.
Before
you go on, just want everybody to be aware that there is the keynote for Brick World Chicago up there on his up top of his screen there.
Oh yeah, there it is,
everybody.
Don't look at that.
There it is, everybody.
It's being worked on. See, proof, evidence. So yeah, and you can also see I do not have my laptop charging.
What time it is?
And what time it is. So here's the Compass House. And this was where the new higher orientation was in this building. I never sat in this building. I had many meetings in this building, but this is where important people sat. So of course I did not sit there.
Where did they keep you at?
So I was in this much, much larger building here called the Brick House. She's a brick house. Wow. Yeah, so that joke always happened. Yeah. So this is the Brick House. So actually, before I go too much further in, when Lego did the whole, we almost went bankrupt and now we saved ourselves.
Yeah.
One of the things they did to liquidate assets is they sold all of these buildings. Lego does not own a single building in the United States. So all of these buildings to this day are leased from someone. So they sold them all and just leased what they needed back. This giant building up here.
Yeah.
This used to be where distribution was. So of course all the semi trucks could come take all the Lego products out.
Yeah.
Lego has zero presence in that building now. So it's actually, as you can see on the map, it's an advanced auto parts distribution center. If you look at it in real life, you will notice this building is very Lego-like. It's got the stair step pattern on the sides and stuff, and it just looks very Lego-y.
I want to live right there and work
Where?
there. Down.
Oh, down
Yeah, down. Right there.
in one of these houses.
Yeah, right there. That's where you want to live.
Yeah, look at this. This is so when you're driving here on Moody Road and you turn this Cebulski Road, this is kind of like the main entry into Lego with this big, the rotunda with the bricks here. There's the little private property stanchions. They are never down. They have never been down ever. You don't have to flash your badge. You just go right by. There's actual houses that people live in, like right here. Like it's
goodness.
It's a weird situation slightly. And you can see this is actually interesting. It's all this is an old shot. It's all being ripped up here in construction. That happened actually when I was still at Lego, like in 2015 or so. So that
may be when you can look at the bottom and tell you where the was taken from.
It says 2019, but maybe they just ripped it up again.
Oh,
that's weird. So it used to have here where this path is.
Yeah.
The path went up here.
Oh.
And during my time, they ripped it all up and switched the path over here. It almost looks like they're trying to do it again or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But that's where the compass house is. You can see there's a little patio out here. These things, I call these the smokers gazebos because it was only smokers ever.
Yes.
This is a little golf thing. So it's only like one hole. It's just like one putting hole. That's all it is. This was for some sport. I don't know. But this is a volleyball court. Was there ever anyone using it? No. And then these were like portable little like soccer goalies. You could put them out in the field.
Yeah.
But see, like Lego System Inc. So yeah, Lego leased back what they needed. So they did not lease this building back at all.
No.
They leased back this one. And then for this giant building, they leased back about a fourth of it.
Okay.
Like this much here. This part closer to this building.
I got you.
So as you can see here, Coca-Cola leased this fourth. So this is a Coca-Cola distribution center.
Wow.
And then the other parts stayed empty. Now, I actually was just told this year, 2019, that Lego has officially vacated this building altogether.
Uh-oh.
Which I find crazy because that is the building. Like that's the original. I was told by some friends that still work there that everybody who used to work in here is now all in the giant building, and Lego has now leased half of this building.
Oh.
But everybody is in this box, and that's it.
Huh.
And also, if you look on, I don't know if it's on the Google Maps. It was when I drove by the other day. Here, right here. When I drove by here, yeah. See, these were gone. Actually, the bricks were taken off.
Oh.
Because that's another main entrance. But now, if there's nobody in this building, then it's not Lego's. It's not Lego's property because these parking lots are not connected.
That's true.
I mean, they're connected by a walkway, but not by a drivable path. So, also this, before I forget, the childcare.
Mm-hmm.
This was not leased back by Lego. It's now, it's still called the Lego Childcare, but it is very much owned by like a childcare franchise company.
Why did Lego let them keep the name?
There's still an agreement that employees can send their kids there with a discount. But it has another name. I forgot what it is, but it's like a well-known childcare chain of like daycares.
Like the Growing Room?
Something like that. And so like it says it on the sign saying Lego Childcare Center, a property of, and then the actual name of the thing.
Why don't you drop your little guy down there in front of Moody Road right there, and we can see it.
Drop the little human.
Yeah. Your little guy.
You guys liking this? Are we living in real life?
I think.
Okay. Well, there's another sign though that says the actual name somewhere.
I imagine.
But okay. But this is the child care center. It's kind of neat because it looks like giant Lego bricks.
That's cool.
Right? It's like all the wonky bricks too. like you guys know the weird bricks. Like look, the weird ones.
Yeah.
You love it. So yeah, so this is my drive. This was my drive for years and years and years, is drive down Moody Road, pass by the child care center. You guys are living my life with me right now.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You guys get a lot of rain there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I was just noticing the highway has
Did you notice the season just changed?
What?
All right. So this is the Cebulski Road that goes to that main rotunda, but I would never take that because that's not where I park and it's not connected to the other lot. So I would keep going, and I would actually turn on this small little road up here called Print Shop Road. Here we go. Here's Print Shop Road. And so this is my drive into the parking lot where
What a creative name.
Right. So see, here's the thing that never in my entire life were ever down. They use them in billing though. Like you got to flash your badge or you're not getting in there. So here you go. Right. Here's the office. There it is. This is Brick House. See, there's Coca-Cola go this way. Actually, the sign, if it's still there, or maybe it's not. There's a sign up here. No. It should have. Oh, it's right there where these rocks are. It should be there. But it would say, if you're going to Lego, go that way. And if you're going to Coca-Cola, go the other way. But so, yeah. How do we get back out to the, there we go. That's kind of, look at this, Google. Good for you guys. Look at this. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you're in 2D right now.
That's awesome, though. I mean, sorry, guys. I'm appreciating this.
This is the first time Kevin's ever played with Google Maps.
Yeah. So right here, where these like little paths go, right there.
Yeah.
That's where the Lego model shop is.
Oh.
So that's where the master builders work. And then right here, where the patio is and the Lego logo, that's where the cafeteria is. And then right next to that is the employee store.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And yeah, so that's the main parking lot. It's about like that at any given time. It was about that full.
Oh wow!
I've never, but now that they've merged both buildings together, I don't know. But yeah, that's the parking lot. So my life would be park right here, walk in, I walk in the side, and my desk was like right there. Yep. So there you go.
Very good.
So so the last thing we did during the new hire orientation was a scavenger hunt. So we were exploring the big building and the little building. This building, this is where customer service is.
Oh.
And they're on the upstairs, so it's 2 floors. Well, actually, both buildings are 2 floors. But so their customer service at its peak during the holiday season would have about 200 people up there. So I mean, we're talking a field of desks. And they all sat up there. But we did a scavenger hunt, which was pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and I think I've sufficiently shared the map.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you should tell us about our scavenger hunt, and we should be done with this episode.
Awesome. So yeah,
scavenger.
No, this has been good though. This is fun. So the scavenger hunt was pretty cool. It was just like any scavenger hunt. You know, talk to certain people, go to certain areas of the building, and kind of just explore it.
Yeah.
And then of course when you're done, you're done. Like you turn in the scavenger hunt, and that's officially the end of the new hire orientation. So they had different employees have envelopes with clues in them. So you'd have to find the next person. And it was neat. It was, oh, there's the alarm. That's when you know we're done. You'll hear it in a minute. So it was cool. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I met some really cool people. My desk was a little lonely because I didn't have a boss there yet. So, but his desk was there already. And it was kind of cool because we didn't have anything there. There was nothing there. Because
your
Jim
mouth and your mouth. Hey, folks, stop and pause the video and tell me if Kevin's mouth is matching his words.
Hello.
Ha!
Is it off?
It's very off for me.
Okay,
but I don't know how it's going to work in post-production.
That's fine. We're done anyway.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah. So we ended on. I got integrated into the office, which was cool. But I was still very much alone because Jim hadn't moved there yet. And our to-do list, where I'm going to end us on today, was Jim had shipped a lot of stuff like not shelves, like the up-down desk, so that it can go up and down if you want to sit or stand, and chairs and bookcases. And he's like, by the way, you need to set all that up for both of us because I'm not going to be there. I was like, okay. So I was going to literally build the community team at Infield because it didn't exist.
Wow.
We didn't even have a space. I had an empty cubicle that was mine.
Who'd you sit next to? What other? I mean,
yeah. So I had external licensing sat to the left of me, and that's like the folks that would actually work with other IP partners,
the Star Wars kids,
like Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel. So they would handle that, and not for products, because that's all in Billund. That's in Denmark.
Gotcha.
This is more for like, we want to do a commercial. Can we get the rights to use the proper sound effect in the commercial? We want to do a ad in the catalog. Can we, there's so many parts to this machine that you don't realize.
Yeah.
But the people that would talk directly with mostly Hollywood, they actually did a lot of communication with LA and Hollywood about stuff like that.
Wouldn't it make better sense to set them up in LA?
We'll get to that in a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
You're jumping ahead.
Hey man, listen, folks. This isn't because I have knowledge. It's because that's just where my mind goes.
Smart man.
Big ass cup of coffee.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
There it is.
So yeah, no, that's what they did mostly. And then on the other side was licensing in terms of licensed products like backpacks and video games and other like non-Lego things, but with Lego's brand on it.
Got it.
So they sat on that side, and in front of me was the tax people.
Ew.
But there wasn't a lot. I mean, that team exploded over the years, so they weren't there very long. They ended up moving away.
Oh.
But no, I mean, it was kind of cool. The most other people though in that area that I sat in, it was a very wide open area, and there are some photos I can fish out and show you guys.
And before we get off of here, man, your job compared to their job sounded like way more fun.
Well, so yes. I loved it. I still love talking about it today. The downside to that though is, I mean, I spent a good 6 or 7 years having to explain to people that I'm not the guy that just builds all day, because that's what that's the perception.
Yeah.
From colleagues, from like people that work in finance or accounting or licensing or Lego brand retail, is, because we were a really fun stop when you're showing friends and family around the office. Oh, let me go take you to the community team. And they go, these are the guy that talks to fans and build all day. I'm like, no, that's absolutely not what I do. But okay. So there was a lot of like stereotyping we had to break down. That's like, this is actually incredibly difficult.
But however, compared to a 9-to-5er accountant.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you got to build all day long.
Yep, exactly. So that's it. That's I think enough for our to continue our tale today.
And the community thanks you, Kevin.
Awesome. Yeah, I thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Couldn't do it without you guys.
Now you guys know also what 555 Taylor Road looks like. Or if you somehow didn't know the address, I don't know why. It's on everything. It's on absolutely everything. It's on catalogs, it's on magazines, it's on instructions, it's on everything.
For sure.
But that's it. That's it, people. That's Enfield, Connecticut. It's still just about 15 minutes north of me.
Yeah. There you go.
So that's Julian over there, everybody.
And that's Kevin right there.
Hey, that's me.
And this is Forever Sorting. Kevin, we're getting close.
Remember.
You gotta sort.
Gotta sort them bricks.
You gotta sort them bricks. Bye, everybody.